Yes, you lot, what's going on? I'm back again with another video, and you probably noticed that I'm not in front of my posters in my normal room today. So I'm actually back at my parents' place for a couple of days. So this is just my wardrobe, just plain white background, keeping it simple. So that's why the background's different, but other than that, same old, same old. This right here is a comment that I got on my old channel where someone was asking about the residences in the student village, in Hendreford student village, where I lived in first year. And so I'll just talk a little bit about that first before I talk about anything else. So the general university accommodation at Swansea is pretty good. I quite like it. Each different campus has something different to offer. For example, the residences at Bay campus are like very high end, you know, like everything works really well, and very secure. There's security everywhere all the time. Doors, like there's key cards to get in. So it's many rooms are en suite as well, or most rooms in fact. So a really good campus to live on. But obviously with all of that and all of those privileges come high rent. So last time I checked, which I haven't checked in a while, so it might change. Last time I checked, the rent there was about £150-ish a week, pounds. So, but it's definitely worth it. Like it does, and you're on campus as well. If you study at Bay campus, then you're literally right there, and that applies to Singleton campus as well, where the residences are, again, they've got, you know, like a communal kitchen, many rooms are en suite, and again, like it's very secure, very right next to the campus. It's a really good place to live. I think it's slightly cheaper to live on Singleton campus, so if you're studying there and you want to live there, that's the benefit of living at Singleton campus. But I chose to live at Hendreford Student Village. First thing for me was the price. So the price here was, for me anyway, it was £91 a week, and it might be slightly different now, but that's what it was for me. So it was, you know, I'm saving £60 a week compared to Bay campus, and there were much fewer features. Like it wasn't en suite. We had a shared bathroom, shared kitchen, less. It was much more open in terms of instead of key cards and stuff, we just had keys, like normal metal keys. And I'm not gonna lie, I personally quite liked that. Like just because we, as a flat, we were very social. If you remember the photo from the room tour video that I had on my door, we're like, you know, we're having good fun, and that because we're so social, we kind of pretty much just kept our doors open all the time. Like literally, if you came in onto Hendreford Student Village and you wanted to find me, you knew where my room was, I pretty much left my room unlocked, and the flat was pretty much unlocked for so much time that you could just literally come in and, you know, walk into my room and say hi or whatever. And lots of people did that on Hendreford Student Village. I'm back. I was just summoned to help, but I'm back. So I was talking about HSV. Yeah, I think the security in HSV like wasn't really a problem for me. I think just generally our block was very nice. Like we all talked to each other, we all pretty much knew each other, and even like it's so social. HSV, Hendreford Student Village, was so social. So many different people in so many different blocks pretty much just kept their doors open like I did, and I could just be like, are you in your room? I'm gonna come around, and I'd be there before they even like open their text, and they'd be like, oh hey. So it was just a really strong community vibe, which was very fun. So I really recommended HSV to like people that asked me about it. And in terms of the actual room itself, sure, the room was pretty small. There was a single bed in there, there was a table, there was a wardrobe, there was a bookshelf, and there was like a chest of drawers and a bedside cabinet. and a chair, and a window, and a door, 4 walls, a floor and a ceiling, a light and a light switch, and a couple of plugs. That's everything that was in the room. Yeah, I think I really did like it there, because like you didn't really have much going on. You could just you were pretty much forced to spend time with like your flatmates and blockmates, and then you're like everyone else on HSV as well, because like it's like kind of how I kind of thought of it was we just kind of had enough to kind of sustain ourselves in our room. It wasn't like bad or anything, but it wasn't like anything extravagant. So we kind of just had enough to like make do within our rooms. And whenever we wanted to do anything, like everyone's doors was right open. Like I could just say something like, "Hey, let's go to the beach," and 3 people would say sure, and you know we'd end up at the beach in the next 15 minutes. So yeah, it was a great time. I really do recommend HSV for the social aspect. I think like regardless of wherever you go, you need to have really good flatmates, and I think I was really lucky in that sense, because like good flatmates can make a bad accommodation amazing, and bad flatmates can make a good accommodation horrible. So I think that's generally my takeaway from like living in university accommodation. And then since then we split up after first year into 2 different houses, our house, like our flatmates, and like all the since then, like those housemates that I've had, I've had the same ones. So literally I've lived with the same people for all 3 years, which I've kind of come to realize is pretty rare, at least among the rest of my friends and stuff. Like everyone did undergo some kind of change in their in the people they lived with, but whether that was because they wanted to or they were forced to because of number of rooms in a house or something, generally it was very we were very consistent and, you know, like a solid friend group in that sense. I think just because we were just forced to hang out with each other, and then we were forced to like each other, and now it's Stockholm syndrome. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I would say about HSV. Some really strong friendships made there. In fact, one of my mates that I made on HSV has left uni, like he needed to leave, and I still, like, he's still one of my closest friends. Like, you know, you've got that one friend that you can send any meme to. Like, you got some friends that you send like your course related memes to, other friends that you send like just general like trending memes to or whatever, and some that are like more informative memes. Like, you've got some like set, like, I don't know, I've got my memes sending organized as well for some reason, but like that friend from HSV, I just send everything to. So very, very strong friends can be made at HSV, and I really recommend it. That's what everyone said at HSV. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'll say about HSV and the accommodation. I hope that was useful. But back to my life here, I've got something to show you. So we're back on the handheld now, and you're going to hear the squeaking that you heard in the first video because my camera likes to take ages to focus and focus really loudly. So that squeaking you'll hear is probably that. But here's my setup for when I'm back home. I've just got myself another second monitor because it's always really useful. So sometimes when I only need the one, I just don't use that one and just use this. Better for eyesight, in terms of like better for back posture, you know, it's higher and stuff, all good things like that. So I was just pretty gassed, and I was like, let's just include it in the video. This photo here, in fact, I was editing earlier and posted on my Insta, on my photography Insta, because I was just really gassed about it. Like, so for example, this was if I can find my mouse, this was the original photo, and obviously on a handheld video you're not going to get the best quality, so check out my Insta if you want to see like the final full quality photos. But as a sneak peek, you know, I kind of edited this. I couldn't decide which version I liked the most, so I went with this one. This is one. This is the second. Nice blue, hazy, moody. And this is black and white, you know, thunderstorm, whoa, kind of vibes. So just other ones I took that day. So this one was just a really moody day, and I was like, I can really edit this to make it pop. So it's just generally just a random photo shoot I went on. So I was just going through the photos, see if I can find some other edits. Was just what I was doing. It's always used to, so like sometimes I put like tutorials on here, and I can kind of follow along at the same time. Very, very useful. But yeah, I'm back here again. Yeah, let me know which photo out of the three you like the most, over on my Insta if you want, or even just in the comments below, from that little sneak peek, because I really couldn't decide which one I liked the most. So that would be interesting to see what you guys are into. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna call it a day here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!